Kia ora koutou katoa, Markie here, the grizzled walrus of retroactive jealousy. Though this isn't a video about retroactive jealousy, this is a video for everyone, and I'd really appreciate it if you could share this, because this is a lifesaver video. Not that I'm doing anything clever, I'm just sharing something that I learned on a first aid course. I did a first aid course for work last week, end of the week. And I've done first aid courses before in the past at various points. I haven't done one for a while, because your first aid certificate lasts 2 years, so I needed it for work. Best first aid course I've ever done. It was fantastic. I really buzzed up, and I've got so much more from this one than any other course before. So hats off to St John's Ambulance, who did this at St John's Ambulance in Taranaki. Tutor Sophie, give her a name check. But the thing I want to share with you, aside from all of this, is that these days the advice is when somebody's unconscious or likely to become unconscious, so if they've had heart attack symptoms or anything kind of serious, okay, what you do is, as well as calling an ambulance and delivering first aid, you ask somebody to get a defibrillator, okay, because there are more defibrillators around now, and they have them in public places. So and you know, you don't think, well, God, you know, how would you know how to use a defibrillator? Well, they've got instructions, and actually there's a voice function on there that talks you through it from, you know, really simple, really straightforward way from, you know, beginning to end. So one of the things you do, so what the advice was, and I thought this was really good advice, is if you you know, if you arrive at a scene where someone's unconscious and there are other people around, often the other people can be a real pain in the arse, because they'll interfere, they'll get in the way, they'll ask stupid questions, or people will flap and panic and kind of upset the if the sort of patient's not unconscious, they'll upset and distract the patient. So you give them jobs to do. And the other really brilliant top tip is, if there's a crowd of people, you don't just say, can someone phone an ambulance and can someone get a defibrillator. You pick out people, you pick out individuals and say, you go and phone an ambulance, and you go and get a defibrillator. So where would you get a defibrillator from? You know, well, it's one of those things that they're around, aren't they? They're in shopping malls and things like that. But there's an app, a free international app you can download to your iPhone. I don't know whether you can, I think you can do it on other Androids and other things as well, called AED Location. Okay, I'll put it in the description box, AED Location. I've just done it. It took seconds to do, and it works a treat. Just comes up, you know, instantly on the screen. A whole bunch of places that have, and this is a list of places that have publicly accessible defibrillators. There's not, you know, private individuals that have got one, you know, that don't want to share it. They're all places where you can publicly access it. Now, some places like swimming pools or what have you, that might have one, you know, will have opening times. You can't get into the building at a certain time, and it will tell you that. But I did it, and it came up with a whole bunch of places. So I'm recommending it to everyone, really. You know, what a brilliant idea. So please download that app. Works all over the world. Might save a loved one's life, might save a stranger's life, might save, you know, if it saves anyone's life, that's fantastic, isn't it? So go for it. Okay. Just to share with you something that amused my dark sense of humour. The nearest place to where I work that has a defibrillator is a funeral parlour. I thought, oh, that's very optimistic. But I guess that's, yeah, I guess that's for the bereaved, isn't it? Really, not for the departed. It makes me think of Carry On Screaming. Anyway, on that note, I will leave you. Go out and say there's something you can do to save lives, isn't it? We can all do things to help save lives, can't we, in our own way? So good luck with that, and I'll be back with more. I've got something about mindfulness I want to do. That's on my mind for another video. I've got loads of things I want to talk about in videos, but my mindfulness is coming up. And thank you for watching. Rangimarie.